Today we look at the rise and fall of Blockbuster. At its peak, it had over 9,000 stores and valued over $5 billion, but in 2014 filed for bankruptcy. Today, we look at their rise to fame and reasons they still aren't alive today. It all started with this guy called David Cook, who was a software supplier in the oil and gas industry. He did some studying and found that a video rental company could be huge. He decided to start it in Texas, 1985. He started out with one store, 8,000 VHS tapes, and a completely modernized computer checkout system. The word quickly caught on, and Blockbuster was an overnight success, with him having to shut the doors after the store becoming too crowded on the first night. They quickly separated into their own league, with them having over 8,000 movie choices, while other stores only had a few hundred. It then did over $43.2 million in revenue in just the first 2 years, so he decided to open a $6 million distribution center to house titles and quickly open new stores. Then, Wayne Huizenga invests and takes over as CEO. Cook and Huizenga argue for months, but Cook then left Blockbuster. Huizenga then went into overdrive, and in the next 6 years, they opened up 3,600 stores. They kept succeeding, raking in more and more profits every year, until 1997, where two guys, Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings, create Netflix, which was like Blockbuster, but you order digitally and they'll deliver the movie the next day instead of going into a store. Blockbuster was still bigger than Netflix and didn't view them as a big threat. In 2000, Netflix offered to sell their company to Blockbuster for $50 million. Blockbuster
rejected by Anthony Davis.
Rejected them, and that decision was probably the worst they ever made. In 2003, Blockbuster's lists Walmart, Target, and Best Buy as major competitors, but not Netflix. 2004 was the pinnacle of Blockbuster, with them having over 9,000 stores and 80,000 employees working. But this is where it starts to go downhill. In 2005, Blockbuster's bid to take over Hollywood fails, and in the same year, sales start rapidly declining. Blockbuster then removed late fees overhead, but over the next 4 years, Blockbuster still kept declining before finally having to remove their stock in 2011. They then went out trying their best, but it wasn't enough. By 2014, they had over $900 million in debt, so they had to file for bankruptcy. The reason? Netflix. They were smarter. Blockbuster charged a fee for every single movie rented out, but Netflix, they charged $20 for all movies. They also launched their revolutionary streaming online, so you didn't need to go in-store to get movies. Blockbuster tried partnering on a final limb with Enron, but it flopped. To this day, only one Blockbuster remains, but Netflix, on the other hand, is valued over $190 billion.